Welcome back, guys. Today I'm really excited about this new flashlight from Nitecore, the MH25 V2. I'm really excited that I get the chance again to review Nitecore flashlights. It has been quite a while since our last cooperation, and I'm really happy that we can restart it, and I hope to get some more really nice flashlights from Nitecore, as I'm always been a big fan of Nitecore because they are really good quality and they have quite innovative products. So the MH25 comes in a nice cardboard box with lots of colors, lots of printed infos on it, so that's really nice, really decent quality packaging. So you can see that it has different accessories included. So we have an adapter for 18650 batteries to use instead of the included 21700 battery from Nitecore. Then we have a holster, USB-C charging cable, the indication powered by 1x21700 lithium battery, different technical specifications, which I will show you later on. Maximum output 130 lumen, 475 meter maximum beam distance, peak beam intensity 57,000 candela, impact resistant to drops of height from 2 meters, and waterproof also to a depth of 2 meters. So I would say let's take it out. I already cut open the small sticker here. Nitecore warranty card. So this I already took out. It's the battery protection. We have the holster, sturdy quality as we know it from Nitecore. We have one stitched loop and one Velcro loop, so I'm always very happy if they give you the two options, because the stitched loop will not loosen itself, so you will not lose the flashlight while using it. It's a bit sturdy for the first use, but that's good. So the light fits in really nice. Here we have the adapter. That's always handy, especially for throwers which don't use that much battery. Then you also can use it with an 18650 instead of the 21700 if you don't want the maximum runtime, but if you prefer a little bit lighter setup. Then we have a nice lanyard, spare O-ring, pocket clip, the USB-C cable with a nice Velcro loop to store it, so that's quite handy. And of course the manual. The manual comes in German, English, French, so all the important languages, Italian, and then some Asian languages which I can't read. So I would say let's have a closer look at the technical specifications. So for the lengths, they indicate 157.2 millimeters, head diameter 40 millimeters, tube diameter 25.4, and the tail diameter 27.2. The weight without battery is 137 grams. Here they list the accessories, and then they say that you can use it with either 121-700, 18650, or with two CR123 batteries, which is also no problem. This they indicate here. So if, however, in any situation you are not able to recharge your batteries, you can keep using CR123. So for tactical lights, that's sometimes very important. I don't really need it. Here we have the different output modes. So high with 1300 lumen for 3 hours. I will measure all these levels in my ulbrichtball and indicate it to you once we are outside for the outdoor beam shots. The mid version has 300 lumens, low 50 lumens, ultra low 1 lumen. Really nice they integrated the moon mode, and then we have strobe, beacon and SOS each time with 1300 lumen. They indicate the different beam distances for the different output modes, also the candela, that's really nice. And it's waterproof according to the IP68 standard, so waterproof and submersible until a height of 2 meters. So I would say we are going to have a closer look at the MH25 itself. So as you can see, really nice anodizing. It's a bit matte and grainy, really strong anodizing, nice engravings, really nice and sharp. USB-C port, which I'm personally not a big fan because I don't really trust those with the waterproofness, but this one fits quite nice, but you need to pay very good attention so that it will always be closed off well. So we have some nice cooling fins, knurling on the battery tube. We have a sturdy tail switch and an electronic side switch, which is really cool. Threads run really smooth. Here we have a closer look to the Nitecore battery, which is a protected cell with 5000 milliamps. So that's a really nice amount of energy that this battery can store. That's about it for disassembling the light. You can't open it up anymore. That's good. Don't do it, otherwise it will break your warranty. So we will tighten it back together. We have a really nice, deep and smooth reflector with a lens that is AR coated. You can see from the shimmering on it. So click on the back to turn it on, and then just single clicks on the side switch to cycle through. Momentary is possible. Tail cap lockout possible. So that's a good thing. So for the user interface of the MH25, it has 2 different modes that are available. So it comes with the daily mode, which offers you to turn on the light at the back. You also have mode memory and momentary, so you can always activate the last used mode with a single click at the end. As you can see, it's always memorized, and then you can cycle with a single click through all the different of the 4 output modes. If you want to access the special modes, you just hold down the button and then it goes to strobe, beacon and SOS, and you need to release at the mode that you want. A single click returns to the last used standard mode. So that's it for the daily mode. As you can see, momentary is possible and all the other features are well accessible. If you want to switch to the tactical mode, you need to press both buttons together. Now it will flash twice. That means that it is in the tactical mode now. If you want to switch back, you just push it again and it will blink once to tell you that it is in the daily mode. So back to the tactical mode. So in this mode, The user interface is the same, except that it will always start on high. In the other one it will always start on low. And a long press gets you to strobe. And no other special mode. So you only have direct access to the strobe mode. In lots of cases people need this if they use it as a tactical flashlight. I don't have a use for strobe mode, so it's not relevant for me. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the side switch is illuminated and it is blinking in blue. It starts blinking like this as soon as the battery voltage is around 50%. So I have not recharged it after receiving it. Once it starts flashing constantly, that means that the battery is nearly dead and that you should replace it as soon as possible. You also have the possibility to check the exact voltage of the battery. Therefore, you need to push both buttons together and release. Now the light is flashing with a short break, and then it's flashing again. And then it's turning on in the last used mode. So I will repeat it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the battery has 3.6 volts left. So it's time to charge it up soon. I will charge it up before we head outside for the Beamshots. So there's only one more thing that I need to show you. That's the USB-C charging. So I prepared the cable. USB port slides in. Now you can see that the status LED behind the switch is blinking. As soon as the light or battery is fully charged, it will turn into solid blue, so that you know that the charging process is over. To completely charge the included 21700, it needs about 3 hours and 40 minutes. So I prefer to charge it in an external charger. So I will charge the battery in my external charger, and then we are going to head outdoors for the Beamshots. One thing I have not told you yet is the type of LED that has been used for the MH25 V2, because in the manual and on the internet site they only indicate high power LED, so no information. I would really wish that all the manufacturers would start again to include this information in their descriptions. I can only say that it's seems to be a warm white LED. We will better see it in the forest later on, but I also asked my contact at Nitecore which LED they used, and I hope that I can fill that information below the video in the description for you to read. So I will show you now with which flashlights I want to compare the MH25 later on in the forest. So we have the MH23, which I have since quite some time. It's a little bit smaller, but it also has a deep reflector, so we will see what this comparison will look like. I also have the Emisa D1, which is about the same size in diameter, but the MH25 has a deeper reflector. And then my preferred pocket thrower from Nitecore, the P30. So this one has a deeper reflector, but we will see what they will perform outside. So let's charge the batteries and see you soon, guys. Well guys, we are outside now with the Nitecore MH25 V2. I brought my dog, so if you see a dog running around somewhere, don't mind him. Here we are in the highest output mode, which is indicated with 1300 lumen. I measured 1250 lumen, so that's pretty accurate. I'm going down to the lowest mode, which is indicated with 1 lumen, I measured 0.8 lumen, so even better, really nice low mode on this flashlight. Then we have the 50 lumen mode, which I measured with 40 lumen, the 300 lumen mode, which I measured with 280 lumen, and then the turbo mode with the 1250 lumen. So we have some really nice beam distance. The light color is not neutral white. I would say it tends more to the warm white. Indoors I don't like the color, but outdoors it's really producing a nice beam color, so I like it. I would just really like if Nitecore could provide us with the Kelvin and also with the LED type that is used. I will now hold the button to go to the strobe mode. I will keep the button pressed to cycle through the beacon. So now we have the beacon mode. I will reactivate the special modes. Oh, now we have the SOS mode. So here on the left I have the Nitecore P30, which is producing a little bit more of throw, but not much. I really thought this difference would be bigger due to the enormous size of the head of the P30 compared to the MH25 V2. So the MH25 really does an outstanding job. This is the MH23 with a cold white LED. You can see it produces a wider beam, but it does not compete with the beam distance of the MH25. Now I'm having the Emisa D1 with the XPL HY LED in neutral white. Also a good pocket thrower. It's slightly smaller than the MH25. But in my eyes the MH25 is producing more light and a longer beam distance as the Emisa. So I will now switch over to the open field and then we can compare those lights once again. So I'm in the open field now with the 1 lumen mode, 50 lumen mode, 300 and the turbo. As you can see, we have a nice beam distance over to the trees back there. I will now show you the Nitecore P30. Here we can see that it has a brighter spot. It's better to make the difference than inside the alley. So here the P30 is throwing more beam distance out of the flashlight. However, the MH25 produces a nicer and brighter beam. Now the MH23 also producing a really nice beam, but as you can see the MH25 is throwing out more distance. Now we are seeing the D1S from Emisa. So here in my eyes the MH25 is clearly the winner. So overall, again, a really nice flashlight from Nitecore. I would really love if they would offer it in several LED types. Well, here they offer it in warm or neutral white, which is something really nice. But as always, it would be cool for other people to get it in cool white or then exactly in neutral or warm white, because here I don't really know which light color it is. I really hope you like this review. If there are any questions, please feel free to put them in the comment section. And as always, I would really like if you would check out my Instagram page and leave a thumbs up. Stay tuned for future reviews and see you soon, guys. Bye bye.